This is Murphy and his week 1 recap. Hi, good boy. Hi, how you feeling? All right. So week 1, we are introducing a few different things for Murphy. First thing we want to introduce is our reward marker. So the reward marker is what we're going to use to capture the moment that the dogs offer us whatever behavior we asked for. This week we need to teach him what that means. So we are going to do what's called charging our reward marker. For today, I'm going to use 2 different types. I'm going to use a clicker to start, and then at the end when we work on our handling, I will use a verbal reward marker for that. Right now, I'm going to charge my clicker with him. So the way that I do that is I'm simply going to click my clicker and give him a piece of food. There you go, Buzz. Yeah, you're moving, good. Good. Now I don't want to click anything negative. So if he were to be jumping on me or barking at me, I definitely don't want to click during those times. Good boy. But I don't expect anything of him right now. Yeah, oh, see, now you know what we're doing. Oh, you good boy. Good job. Very good boy. Your click, your reward marker is a promise. So I'm promising that you're going to get a piece of food. So in the beginning stages, even if you accidentally click, I would make sure that you feed him. Okay. Next thing I want to do is charge what's going to be called my release word. So for that, I'm using the word okay. Okay. This week, because they're still so little, they don't really know how to find food just yet. I'm not tossing that food very far. Okay. Just off to the side to teach him that when you hear that word, you can get up and move. Okay. Good job, handsome. Okay. Good. As the weeks progress, we will continue to toss that cookie a little bit further. We will play a name game exercise that involves tossing a cookie. So we do need to make sure he knows how to follow that food. Thank you for those kisses. Oh my goodness. All right, are you ready to move a little? Good boy. Pause, I'm not going any further. The next thing we're going to work on is following a food lure. So I'm going to show him that I have food in my hand once he's attached to it. So he's licking it, he wants it. Good. I will I'll have him take a few steps. Good boy, buddy. Good job. Now Murphy is a little unsure of this flooring still. So he doesn't want to take too many steps, which is totally normal. I think the flooring upstairs that he's used to is a little different, so this hardwood is a little slippery for him. But he's doing better and better each day with it. Good boy. Oh my gosh, you love it. Murphy! Good boy, sir. We're gonna do one more and then I'm gonna get up and do that. Murphy! Good job. So following a food lure with and without pairing his name. Okay. Pairing his name, it's just a simple way to do some name recognition. All right, so the way that I was holding my food for that, I have my flat palm, food is in my hand. I'm gonna cover that food with my thumb. This way I can rotate, move my hand in whatever direction, and I'm not dropping the food. It also makes it so that he can still lick it and stay attached to it. And then once I'm ready to feed him, I will just move my thumb, he gets that snack. Look at you, brave boy. Ready? Like this. Good boy. Good. Now can you do it with your name? Murphy. He's a little unsure of this corner. So I get to a certain point and he's like, I'm not going any further. What this? Murphy. Less so unsure about that corner, huh? What a good boy. What do you think about this toy, huh? In between training exercises, we might pull out the toy, see if he wants to play a little. Oh, you want it. You do. I see you going for it. Important for puppies of this age to try to make training as fun as possible. So we try to take breaks, get out the toy, see if he wants to play with it. I'm just gonna dance this around a little, see if he'll engage with it. If not, we'll just get right back into training. Oh, good boy, checking out that corner. He's sniffing around, wondering where the food is. All right, so we'll continue. Next thing we're gonna work on is gonna be hand targets. So teaching a hand target, I want you to hold the food the same way you did for that food lure. Biggest difference between the food lure and the hand target though, is I am gonna disengage my hand. So I want Murphy to see that I have that food. Touch. Good boy. After he's taken a few steps, I'm gonna pull that hand away, disengaging, with the goal that he will re-engage with my hand. Touch. Very good boy. Touch. Good. So as soon as I feel that nose, that is when I'm clicking and that is when I'm letting him have that food. Right here. Touch. Good. And I also want to make sure that I practice that one with both of my hands. That way he always offers it with both of your hands. I find that if you practice with one hand more than the other, sometimes they will blow you off when you ask with that other hand. Next thing I want to work on is going to be our sits. So we are going to focus on sit with duration. This week, he's so little. So if he just gets the behavior and gets up, that's fine. But our goal throughout the next 3 weeks is that we can get him into this position and he's going to stay there until we release him. Okay. So we'll try to get him out of that down. Here, come get your snack. Get it. Good boy. I'm going to show him food at nose level and I'm going to come up and back. Sit. Good boy. Oop, get back in your sit. Just use that food again to lure him back into position. Good boy. So the goal is going to be that he gets in position, you click, you feed, and then I want you to come in with follow-up cookies. So cookies to keep him in that position. And then your final cookie will be used to release him. Sit. Good boy. Very nice. Okay. Sit. Oops. Oopsie. Why you gotta sit right there? You gotta be right next to me? Good boy. Okay. What are you doing? Come here, Murphy. Sit. Good boy. Such a smart boy. Yeah. Oop. Okay. Good boy. That was really nice. Yeah. You did good, sir. closer. So the next thing that we're going to work on is going to be our magic mat. So with the mat this week, our goal is really building his drive, his desire to want to come onto this mat. This step is super important. So key things here is we want to mark the moment he gets 4 paws on. We want to come in with our follow-up cookies, and then we want to make sure that we release him before he tries to leave the mat himself. So after I release him, I'll pick the mat up and we'll practice it again in a different spot. Ready, buddy? So we can lure him, encourage him to come over, get those 4 paws on. Come on, I believe in you. Get it. Might do a trail of cookies to really get him to come into the mat. Good boy. Yeah, and then as soon as we're 4 paws, click and feed. Feed again for that duration. Again. And then we'll release him. Okay. Go get it. There you go. At this stage, he's still so little, you certainly could help him by lifting him off of the mat. I like to try to toss that release cookie so he starts to understand that he can leave the mat once I cue him. But if he's a little unsure of leaving this texture for that texture, I would help him in the sense of just picking him up, gently setting him off, and then move your mat. Okay, want to do that again? But yeah. Come on, Bubba. Yeah, I believe in you. You sleep on one of these. Do you know that? Come on. Look at these schnackles. You're silly. Yeah, good boy. Good. So clicking the 4 paws on. Duration. Good boy. Ready? Right here? Okay. You're free. That's fine. So he didn't necessarily follow that release cookie I threw. He did leave the mat, not in the direction of the cookies. But because I gave him that okay, I don't care which way he leaves the mat. If he wants to go off the way he came, totally fine. At some point, you are going to stop feeding your release cues. So if he doesn't want to chase that cookie, he doesn't have to chase the cookie. I gave him the cue. You can leave when you want. Yes, a good boy. Okay. Put that over there. Final thing that we'll work on this week is our body handling. So body handling is going to be so important for the rest of your dog's life. Setting them up for success now, practicing these skills now while they're young. He will have to go to the vet for the rest of his life. He's going to go to the groomer for the rest of his life. Maybe you guys want to groom him at home. You still want to make sure that you have a dog who is cooperative with their handling. So I'm going to charge that verbal reward marker now. Yes. Good boy. Yes. Yes. Good boy, sir. And then first thing I do is introduce some baby restraint. So we're going to have him attached to food with one hand. My other hand will do the handling. Gentle hand under the belly. Yes. Good boy. I'm not applying any pressure. I'm not doing too much duration. Yes. That was a perfect example of why we do that. In the future, he might need some support with standing. So he needs to be comfortable with a hand coming under and kind of holding him there to keep him in that stand as the vet does what they need to do or as the groomer does what they need to do. Yes. Good boy. Now practicing lifting the tail. Yes. Good job, Bubba. Here. It's right here. Okay. So lifting the tail, why are we doing that? When he goes to the vet, he's going to have his temperature taken. They do that by lifting the tail, inserting the thermometer. Yes, good boy. So he does need to be used to having his tail touched, and if he goes to the groomer for a sanitary clip, he'll need to be used to having the back end handled. Moving up towards his head, we're going to look in his ears. Yes. Now I don't just go right in and grab an ear. I usually give a few pets behind the head first. Right here, it's still in my hand. And then I'll flip the ear. Yes. Good boy. Moving up to his mouth, same concept. A few pets, getting closer to where I want to be. Yes. Good boy. That one's hard to see on the video, but I am just gently petting closer and closer to the front of his nose, lifting a lip. Yes, good boy. And as soon as I lift the lip, I'm marking I'm feeding. Okay. Again, we're not really doing too much duration with any of this week, but next week and the week after, we will continue to build how long I can flip an ear back, add some massage, how far back in his mouth I can look, and now with his paws, so I want to work on just basic handling. Yes, good boy. That was awkward. So starting petting down the back, moving down the leg, lifting. Yes, goodest boy, Murphy. He dropped it. I want to rotate Murphy so you guys can see the other side. Come here, Bubba. It's still in my hands. What a good boy. So gently gliding down the body. Yes. Not holding onto that paw for too long. Keep that paw on the ground, sir. Rude. Get it. I'm just touching the paw, lifting, giving a little massage, marking, and feeding. We're going to do the last leg. Yes, good boy. Paw handling, very important. So many dogs have an aversion to their paws being handled for nail trims. He will need nail trims the rest of his life. Okay, whether that's you do it, the groomer does it, he will need those paws handled for the trimming of the nails, the trimming of the fur. So definitely make sure that is a priority. Just keeping the interactions short, sweet, positive, and keeping everything fun. That is going to be it for Murphy's week 1 recap. Good boy, buddy.